This episode is sponsored by CJ Wassell Roofing and Building Solutions. For all your roofing, building and landscaping needs, call CJ Wassell in Leeds, Pontefract, Barnsley, Doncaster and surrounding areas. Contact details in description below. You can also find them on Facebook.
Hi guys, welcome to No Bones Fight Talk. Today we are here with the British BKFC Cruiserweight Champion, Karl The Wasp Thomson. Cheers for coming, Karl. How are you doing?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Also, before we get going, I'd just like to say a big thank you to Johnny Graham and Joe McLaughlin for letting us use this facility down in Normanton. This is the home of A-Side Boxing. It's going to be open very soon. Big things happening in this building. So yeah, stay tuned on their socials for the big open day. Right, Karl?
Yeah. Come closer.
Yep.
So you've been for it's not a run, isn't it? Was it a step sprint with
Sprints, yeah.
Johnny Graham this morning?
Yeah, Johnny invited us down. Obviously, told us that the podcast was going to be at his gym, so he wanted to know if I wanted to do a bit of training beforehand. So we've done a step run, and yeah, it was.
They were trying to get me and him to come. You're having a fucking laugh.
I think it was ended up being
We're busy,
104
mate.
steps it is, and we've done it 10 times. So yeah, it was good. Nice to get some training on the morning, and obviously come here and do this.
So what is it? Essentially, what is it? Incline steps, and you just
It's incline steps. It's I think it's 4 sets of. I can't remember how many steps, but yeah, it's like you've got a little bit of flat, and I think it's 4 sets of steps to do. So yeah, it was good. It's, just what you need on a morning. Yeah.
Good tune up for this, I suppose.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Please, I've done some training today anyway, so yeah, it's nice to get something done.
No, like I said, we appreciate you coming, mate.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If we can, we'd like to start back a couple of weeks back when you were over in Miami, Florida, the BKFC Champions Summit.
Yeah.
It looked eventful, certainly as we were watching it back here. I mean,
Yeah,
what that experience like?
Yeah, it was brilliant. You know, I'm just obviously privileged to get invited over. You know, someone from where I'm from doesn't normally happen to everybody, I suppose. And obviously, Conor McGregor hosting it. It was a great night. Nice to meet all the champions. You know, most of them got on with. Obviously,
Yeah, I was going to ask, so all the champions are first time in one place, all
Yeah,
of them, as
that's-
in British, American, all of them, the lot.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever had all the
Yeah.
champions in one.
How was it, with all the characters and egos and...
Yeah, it was all right. I think there was a bit of aggro. I think between Mike Perry. Obviously, Mike Perry wasn't a champion, was he?
Yeah.
But you got
And
a few,
Dave Mundell.
got a few backs up. I think with Mike Perry being obviously not having a belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was talk of him and Mundell are going to have a fight, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, they were trying to get to each other on stage, weren't they?
Yeah, they definitely weren't happy with each other. I think that's going to be, but like I say, they're building a fight on that. Exciting times for them to fight. But yeah, it was the first time we had them all in the building. It was a good experience. Miami was class, warm, busy, but yeah, it was something I pleased the experience. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, they were on about making this like an annual jaunt, weren't they? Or an annual get together.
yeah, I've heard that. There's something about every 3 months they're going to plan something like this, but. Yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah,
you
see
know
what
what I mean?
Well-
It's quite expensive for BKFC. I imagine to fly everybody over, put everybody in a hotel. Because I know it was in America, but most of them champions weren't from Florida. They'd all been flown in from somewhere, whether it was
Yeah,
America or
well,
the UK.
everyone thinks America is like, it's not, isn't it? Some of it's like 6 hours flights
So
and stuff
I
like
was
that.
talking to a lad, and he's from New Mexico, and he was
Yeah, that's the other end.
the other end, you know. So it was.
It's nearly the same flight for you guys as it is them.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Not far off, yeah.
Yeah, it is. So I can't see it being cheap, obviously, but put everybody in a hotel. But yeah, that's what they want to do.
And you'd be sure to go back as well, yeah?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely go back. Definitely.
Hopefully they'll do next one in UK. That would be a treat.
Yeah, it would be,
Bring
yeah.
all the Americans here.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't see why not. You know, it's definitely getting a lot bigger in the UK.
Yeah.
But I mean, the experience what I experienced over there on the fight card was they loved it. Like it was like it just reminded me as big as the UFC. You know,
What, the actual fight,
the actual
the
card,
night itself,
the
yeah.
night itself, when they had the actual fight
Arena
card.
and
The arena was massive. It was actually underground in a casino. It's like a stadium underground in a casino. It was unbelievable, and it was full, and it was more like a show. Do you know, like they had like half-time breaks and when they were firing T-shirts out
We
of
spoke
cannons.
about that. We said
there's a
they
lot
should
more
do
going on.
something like that.
Well, yeah, it was a lot more. But like it took for time for the fighters coming out. Every fighter will come out at like a 2 or 3 minutes before the next fight come out. You know. We had like a couple of half times where we were fighting, like shooting T-shirts out of cannons into the crowd. Whoever could make the loudest noise and stuff like that. I just think like it got everybody involved a lot more than we have done in the UK. But I think that's something the UK needs to look
Well,
at.
they're certainly not to put a show on, don't they, Americans? That's for
Yeah,
sure.
well, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely.
But who spoke with about this? I think Rico Franco, and we said, you know, KSW, it's in Poland.
Yeah.
And we had Scott Askerman. He was several times champion, wasn't he, in middleweight in there?
Yeah.
And so he loves it, and he said they put on such a show, like the fighters come in fucking McLarens and all sorts, like drive in actually
It's
into
a proper show. It's
in-
not just about the fights,
Yeah.
it's everything
Yeah.
surrounding it.
famous bands are playing in between
Yeah.
the fighters, and I thought they could they could do something in here as well. Like that would be cool.
Like a proper build up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That's what the lead sample, I think.
Yeah.
So if we can just mention the big announcements that came out of that, obviously there were the new fighter signings, the 5 or 6 new ones, Joel Romeo and some other guys.
Yep.
Then also on top of that, the equity for the fighters moving forward, and then obviously if we can discuss that tournament.
Yeah, well, obviously that was a big news to us. We didn't have a clue about anything to do with the equity fighters, but apparently every time we defend the title, we get shares into the BKFC company. Obviously, the paperwork for it hasn't gone through yet, so I can't really tell you much on the details because I don't know myself. So we're just waiting for.
Have you got to have so many? Is it 10 fights you had to have, or was it 10 defences? I'm not sure how it worked exactly.
I don't think it was. It was like I think every time you made a defence, you get so many shares in the company. Was it 100,000? 100,000 rings a bell, but I'm not sure what the details are on that.
I think he said it's something if. It's starting at a certain number, going up to like a couple of $1 million over so many fights.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think if you had if you defended belt 4 times, no matter what happens, I think you get like 100 grand or something.
Yeah,
like that.
100 grand worth of shares or something.
That's pretty unique, isn't it, for a combat sports organisation? I think Dave Feldman was saying that was kind of one of a kind.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other.
Yeah, I think
I think what he's trying to do because you know most of fighters, it's like it's weird thing to compare that, but is fighters have the same thing what veterans have. You know, once you retire, they just drop you. You're done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
that happens in
And
most
then
sports, especially combat sports.
No
They
money.
don't want to know. do
No
they?
money. Most of people have no money, depression immediately and all that. So if you at least retire with something,
Yeah.
and you can fall back on it, makes a difference.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
big-
And I think it's
time.
going to drive people towards this.
To fight
towards the
more.
sport.
Yeah, it's gives them that push, isn't it?
Yeah, people have got something. I mean, you've always got something to fight for, but I suppose certain people might not. It might push people to train hard and just do that little bit more, knowing they're going to get something out.
I
of it.
think
Advertise the
it's a-
sport and stuff
It's a
like
really,
that.
really
Yeah,
good thing he's done
yeah.
with that.
It's a unique, like.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
And what about the $25 million tournament? Is it the baddest man tournament?
It's from 185 to 260 in the pounds, so it's from like.
Was it
heavy-
260? I thought it was 205.
No, that's cruiserweight, so it's they put the heavyweights in there as well.
So I told you that.
Yeah.
I thought I misunderstood that, but yeah.
So
So
it's
that's right.
it's from 185 to 260 pounds. So I mean,
185 are fighting 260.
Well,
The thing is with
yeah.
you, that's perfect for like you and Aggie Falcon.
yeah, you're on top of food chain in there.
yeah. Well, I suppose I'm like half.
that's
But
what I
I've
mean.
still got the speed.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
How would you fancy your chances in that?
Oh yeah, I'd fancy my chances massively, but I'm not going to get away from it. There'll be some really good lads in the Pablomo.
Yeah.
He's I watched him obviously fight on the main card. I think he's going to be quite hard to beat, strong. Then you've got obviously Ben Rothwell, who I stood next to, who's an absolute giant of a man.
Yeah.
You know, so I hope it happens, but I just think that. I don't know what the kind of sanction it's going to be on a kind of, because you've got to respect the weights. They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think, well, how are they going to get away with having a 185 fight at 260?
They've announced it though. That's
Announced it, yeah. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. I'm intrigued. So So it's going to be. I think it's going to be sometime next year, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's next March, I think it might
Next
start.
March it starts, but it's going to. I think it's going to take months and months to get through, because I think every card will have so many fights on
And
there.
how many did he say? How many fighters? Was it 28, 30, something like that?
Yeah, it was all the champions. I think are going to go obviously in it. Then obviously I imagine it'll be of the top 5. It'll be maybe the top 3 as well to make the numbers up.
Yeah, because it's
what,
what,
it's exciting
15 million
times, that
for the
one, mate.
winner,
Yeah.
15 mil for the winner, and then the top 5 shares 10 million.
Top
I think
4.
your first fight, if you get through your first fight, ends up being 50 grand or something.
Yeah, no, it's,
Is
I
that
think
what it
it's,
is?
I think
Yeah.
it's real.
Fucking hell.
It's exciting times at BKFC, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really, it's really successful, isn't it?
Big Ben Rothwell, still outside against him.
You're
good on back foot anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
It's
So,
200, was it 295 pounds?
Yeah, he's got to cut a lot of weight to get to everywhere.
yeah, he's got to cut his weight to get down to 260, but yeah, it's going to be, there'll be a few people, I think, who, that's going to be some tournament, isn't it?
Yeah. It was funny, did you see him outside of Dobson? Did you see
Yeah.
when he stood outside of him? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Dobson,
He looked like his grandkid, didn't it?
yeah, he did.
It's
Dobson
100
was jumping
100
on his back
yeah,
trying to
Is it
get-
135?
He said he wanted it in tournament, he said.
Yeah, he did.
Don't forget about those little men. I'm thinking, fucking, I'll keep your mouth shut, mate.
I think they're on about doing the women's one as well, Anna.
Yeah.
They were mentioning that about the toughest woman on the planet, so I think all them were going to get involved as well, which would be something good as well.
Yeah,
They were kicking off in there as well.
Oh, God, they were funny. as
Over
well,
5
weren't
pound
they?
weight.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was laughing. Over 5 pound.
I don't know about you though. I struggle. You know, when you watch it, it's like how much of it is for show? Because obviously it's American. It's all about hype and selling fights. And how much of it is real?
Well, I can tell you one thing for sure, that them people who didn't get on weren't getting on backstage either.
Yeah, I'm
They
gonna
weren't
ask,
mixing.
backstage?
Yeah,
no.
they weren't mixing. They kept out well out of the way of each other. They're just not.
Them lasses, all that was not.
Yeah.
They were arguing over 5 pound weight, mate.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was, you can't. They were. That was like.
So
What would it like being outside of McGregor for an hour and a half? I bet you, Rico he put a post on Rico on one of the socials saying he had to keep twitching. He couldn't believe what was happening.
yeah,
You know,
I
like
kept,
one of the
kept
surreal
looking
moment.
because obviously they argued what was going on. It was obviously we were in the front row, they were on the back, we were all kicking off.
Did at some point you could? It wasn't in a picture, Rico, but you could hear him in background. Rico, at some point, he goes, "Would you shut the fuck up?"
Yeah. Well, Conor McGregor's just a proper showman, isn't he? It actually just suits him down on the ground doing what he did there.
Did you manage to get a few minutes with him, or did he spend any time like personally with each and every?
Not really. We had a little bit of talking obviously backstage before he come out, but he had that much security and everything around him. You know, he's a very busy man, isn't he? So, but yeah, we had a little bit of crack with him before he come out. But apart from that, no, not really, not a great deal.
Yeah.
You can understand why, guy has man's
Yeah.
things to do. So, yeah, we had a lot of crack with Dave Philman. We all got.
He just seems genuine, Dave, doesn't he? From
Yeah,
what
it
I've
was.
seen.
He was a great bloke. We all got took to a steakhouse, part of a BKFC, like as part of a sponsorship. So we all went there on a night and straight us for all our teas and everything. So we had all the officials and all the Dave Philman, all the owners and all the fighters there. So yeah, it was great.
No, nice. Yeah, for me, if we can, obviously, it'd be nice to go back to you winning your title.
Yeah.
But 8th of February, wasn't it?
No. Wait. Before that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Before. Yeah.
He's bollocking me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was Kamosi?
Oh,
Wait.
What happened there?
Yeah, well, you tell me, you know what I mean? That was travelled halfway around the world just to get a face off with him,
Yeah.
trying to get that fight going. But apparently he wasn't, he had a charity day when he couldn't miss or something, but yeah, it was
I mean, I don't know. Maybe,
Nice ball.
I don't know, but yeah.
Well, that could have been the little, give it a little kick to get that fight pushed over the line, you know what I mean? Which is obviously what I'm after and what I want.
Well, to me, I understand BKFC and understand where they stand, and I understand this is a growing sport.
Yeah.
And what I don't, and I understand why they do it. Like, you know, they're pushing not the fighters that, you know, deserve a shot. They're pushing the fighters with the most fucking followers on Instagram, whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's
And I understand why they do it, because
Yeah.
they're trying to grow the sport. But to me, in my opinion, still best should fight the best. So now, you like champion should fight a champion.
Yeah.
You should fight Kamos, and like no question, because you're both champions. So you
Yeah.
you have to figure out who is the best. But now it's like in a limbo.
Yeah.
And he's fighting, what's his name, the Italian guy. He's 1-0.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a bit, it's not good, but it's, the thing is with, I do believe, what I did think before I went to this Champions Summit, I thought it was going to be a UK versus US.
Yeah, a lot thought that.
I thought it was going to be a
We
show.
thought that.
I really thought that, and I think there's a few people who were with us who all thought that.
Did you leave disappointed then?
Yeah, I was a little bit. Obviously, I thought, well, most of our champions are either in America or the UK.
Yeah.
So it'd have been ideal for all the champions in each weight to fight each other on like a UK versus. Hopefully, it'd have been in the UK or maybe the US as well.
Yeah, because UK, in general, UK BKFC, they don't get enough airtime. They don't get enough advertisement, don't they? So that would have brought like a nice eye on a UK scene,
Yeah, that would
wouldn't
have
it?
been brilliant. I mean, that's what I really thought deep down. I thought that was good. I thought that was the whole point of bringing all of us together so they could announce that the British guys were going to fight the Americans. I think that would have made sense. But yeah, I'm obviously disappointed. Going if Sakara gets his shot, which he is, isn't he? It's already through the line, I think.
Well, didn't they square off after his debut?
Yeah, but it was like what obviously disappointed is it was planned.
Yeah.
If it was planned, he was planned to go out and have that fight. He was planned to win, and if the plan was to move him straight to fighting in Rome for the world title, which is like, so they planned it before he even had a fight. And not to mention, our weight limit's 205. He was 212 pounds. Isn't he for the cruiserweight? Which is even worse, isn't it?
Well,
really?
it's even worse if they make that big fight in Rome and they don't make weight.
Well, yeah, well, it's just ridiculous, isn't it?
You're not kidding.
Yeah. So
But if anything happens, obviously I'm there. I'm more than willing to step in to fight Kamosi, obviously, anytime. But
because
do you know, just quickly out of flat, do you know going back to it was end of April, wasn't it, in Florence?
yeah.
oh yeah,
Did you get a call for that?
No, I never got a call for that. There was hearsay through Andrew Batewell saying it might be, but like Andre Beachy was already over the line. In the way, obviously, it makes sense. You can't almost. I know me and Kamosi, I do believe we're the best in the weight, and we should fight. But it doesn't make no sense having an Englishman and an American on an Italian card as headline. I do understand that. It's got to make sense. It's got to make money. Same as Andrew Beachy, obviously, filling in to fight. He's an Italian from that neck of the woods, going to sell tickets. You know, people are going to think it's same as Sakara. You know, I just don't understand why they couldn't have me and Kamosi fighting either in the UK as headline or even the US as headline, where he's from Denver. Fights out with Denver, so I don't understand why.
You'd be more than happy to go back across to US, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I'd fight him anywhere. It wouldn't bother us if Italy, England, UK.
I'm almost sure he feels the same way. I think, you know, if you're a champion, you want to fight the best. If you defending your belt, you don't want to defend against somebody who's 1-0.
Yeah, it's almost like I can't blame Kamosi because he doesn't have the choice. He's just getting people who are getting put in front of him, and he's just going to fight them, isn't he? But I think he's in a kind of the same boat. I think everyone in the top five's almost in the same boat. Like we all train, we all win fights every time, and we seem to be not getting any further. You know, to earn that title shot.
You're only doing your best, aren't you? I mean,
I've got no say.
Yeah.
I can only say so much. I've tried to promote the fight. I've tried to push for that.
Yeah.
But it's only so much you can do.
That's why we kind of where we're going, because you won your title in February, last February, which is 7 months ago.
Yeah.
That was amazing. We were ringside.
Yeah.
With Rob's coach next to us.
Yep.
Watching that, that was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, certainly. Well, 101 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't you say leading into that you were both kind of boxers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I kind of went out the window. I think he caught me in the first round and I kind of lost my temper, I think. But,
sorry, Rob, you're getting it.
Yeah, he get it after that.
But he caught you twice, didn't he?
Yeah, he caught me with a good left hook right on top of the head, wobbled my legs right from underneath us.
Yeah.
Standing count. Then he caught me with the same shot, but I didn't actually, like, me bum didn't touch for canvas, or just catch the count. So it was just
was that a standing count then? No,
it was a stand count. That was it. So after that, it was game on. Like, but
it was funny because, like Richard just said, we were stood at the side of Rob's coach, And he was saying, relax, take it easy.
Yeah, take your time,
You
take
come
your
back
time.
and you ended up getting on top of him and giving him what fight.
Caught him up against the ropes, and I
Yeah.
think obviously when he caught me, I was in the middle of the ring. I could kind of step away.
Yeah, and
he was kind of
nowhere to
stuck
go,
there
did he?
now. So
But at one point when he slipped away, he could have fall back and then, take his time. But obviously, he's a warrior as well. He just thought, no fucking way. He just dug right back in, and I thought, that's probably not a good
Is that
idea.
where adrenaline's going though? You just
Yeah.
hell
yeah,
forever.
I think I could tell when I caught him, when I dropped him and give him a stand count. I could see that he wasn't all. He wasn't all like
Yeah,
there,
he didn't
was
look
very
well.
His eyes were all glazed, and I thought, well, I've got to be. I'm just going to pile it on.
To be honest, one of the
Pressure on.
commentators even... I rewatched it later anyway. One of the commentators said he's out on his feet.
Yeah.
Somebody actually said that. One of the commentators, American commentators, goes, Rob is out on his feet.
Yeah,
I think he was actually.
Yeah, I saw a lot of comments, people saying it was a late stoppage, but hey, I don't think it was a late stoppage. I think it was stopped at the right time. I think you know what I mean. I think he was
Just about, yeah.
he was on one knee at one point. And he didn't want to get.
Because leading into that as well, he was he 6-0?
Yeah,
You were-
ex-world champion in
yeah,
BKFC.
ex-world, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
High level fighter.
Yeah, he's very high level, 6-0 he is. I mean, but everyone I fought's been unbeaten.
Yeah, everyone you fought's been unbeaten, and you've never gone into a fight fully fit, have you?
No, well, I've had injuries on all fights. Obviously, my first fight was a broken rib. As I fought the Grand champion there, Dustin Rabega, he was a really good. He was 6-0 in bare knuckle. Then I went David Oscar. Well, we all know David Oscar. And he's going to have a fight with you any time of the week, isn't he?
He's fighting now, I think, for no one.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a great fighter. He was 4-0. Or was he 3-0? He was unbeaten. Then David Kaczynski, he was European champion on Band of the Bone.
Yeah.
Fought him. Then obviously
And
Boardman
as well.
Yeah.
So it's been a good. That's what I think. Sometimes I think where I kind of deserve to get that title shot because everyone I fought, I haven't dodged anybody.
You've took all the rows and you've dismantled them pretty
What's
much.
his name? The German guy.
Dustin Rabega.
Yeah, Rabega. That was a war as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was,
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
He just refused to go down.
Yeah.
He took your left shot, really, like you could tell it really hurt him.
Yeah.
Then you just followed with the right. And he kind of...
He ran out of steam, I think. That was
Yeah.
his problem. I think he put a lot in the first few rounds and he was coming to the...
What do you put that down to? You seem to, obviously it's boxing, it's bare knuckle boxing, but you seem to get hurt in most of your fights when a lot of people with half an eye on it might think, oh, he's done here. But you just seem to be able to bring it back from God knows where.
Yeah,
and you do it in most of your fights.
Yeah, I'm notorious. I was when I was amateur for being a slow starter, and it's something I'm trying to sort out. I'm trying my best on every fight to kind of change. But yeah, I'm a slow starter. I think I go into it quite slow, but then I start to pick the pace up. And I'm thinking if I've obviously been caught, I think to myself, well, it's all or nothing.
It seems like when you get somebody has a good bit of work on you, that when you get hit, it's like a little switch, and it's like
Yeah. I think the funny thing is, like when I fought David Oscar, obviously he never caught me at once. But I think because I had it in my head with how dangerous he was, because he is a dangerous fighter, he's very powerful, very powerful. I think he's dismantled most people who he fights. So I think because I had it in my head that I wasn't going to outpower him, so I just had to outbox him, being in and out, constant. And that suited me down to the ground. But I think it's all in it's all obviously in my mind. I need to be that kind of thing where I'm wary.
Yeah.
I think that's what brings the best out. I think when I go lackadaisy and I start off slow, I think that's when I get caught.
See, also with your BKFC career, you had 2 fights within like 6 months, and then you had a year off. Was that through injury?
Yeah, so
you had about a year in between, and then you've had another couple of fights pretty close together, and then now it's been another. Is that through injury or is that just through trying to get a fight made?
Well, I think it has been. It's a bit of both, really. The injury, obviously, when I fought Kaczynski, I got offered by Andrew Batewell to fight Boardman for the British title. We're pretty close, actually, which was made good sense to me. I mean, I had a bit of a bad eye. I've had sore hands, but I knew I'd have enough time to obviously pull through the injuries. Yeah. But the other times, like the broken rib was the worst on my first fight.
Yeah, I was going to ask, I had bruised ribs in the past. Yeah. It's the worst thing. I'd rather have broken hand.
Yeah, I think I must say I was starting to get over it a little bit, but it was still sore, like massively sore. I mean,
So were it affecting your training then, obviously?
Oh yeah,
big time.
sparring was a killer because I couldn't. I would say like, oh, it would be a spar, but it'd be no body shots because I had my fight coming
You
up.
can't breathe in, you can't breathe out,
Yeah.
you can't sneeze,
You
you
can't
can't
even
do
fart half
anything.
at
Yeah,
time.
the worst thing about it was he started going for the body, and I was like, he hit us a few times the body. I was thinking, Jesus Christ! But I thought, don't show any pain because if I show that it's hurting,
That's it.
he's
Yeah.
just going to go straight on that. But yeah, so
Now, with your experience 4-0 in BKFC,
Yeah.
you've finished 3 out of 4 fights. Do you feel like you're getting better and better? Like you're in your mid-30s now. Do you feel like you're coming into your prime now?
yeah, I think obviously I've had 4 fights now. I think the worst thing in the world is obviously having your first fight bare knuckle. I'm not in a box all my life, but when you're going into a fight with no gloves on, it's a total different
Mindset,
feeling, different
yeah.
mindset. But obviously, with having 4 fights now, I think I'm getting more relaxed in the game, which is suits me better. Yeah, I've done a lot more training with like hardening my hands up and stuff like that. So I've started bringing that into my training as I have. So yeah, I think I'm just getting better and better all the time. So hopefully,
So next couple of years, then there's big things ahead for you.
yeah, next couple of years, that's what I want to really make a good statement in the big. I think I've made a statement now, being British champion, obviously in 4 fights and
Is
finishing
it fair to
1-1.
say you would prefer to fight 3 times a year?
Yeah, I prefer to keep busy. I'm one of them people where I need something. I need a date. I need a goal. That's what I focus on. I'm always in the gym and I do train hard, but I need that date. It's a mindset for me. When I've got that date in, I just focus on that. Make sure I know how right I've got to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It drives me to be better and train harder and harder and harder. That's just how I am.
So, what do you call it? Where does your fighting career started?
Oh, it started when I was 11 years old. When I was 9, actually, I started the boxing gym. Then I had my first fight when I was 11.
Yeah.
Then I had 70-odd fights.
As an amateur?
Yeah, I won British titles, competed in a couple of British finals, boxed all over the world, from South Africa to France to everywhere. So, yeah.
You just never turned professional?
I never turned professional. I fell out of love with boxing. I fell out of love with the trail. I fell out of love with the boxing itself. You know, I was at that age where I'd been on a diet since I was 11-year-old. You know what I mean? Pulling down
I know how you feel, mate.
When you as you get older, it gets harder. And obviously, I'd had 70-odd fights. I've almost felt like I'd done everything I could do in amateur boxing. And I lost a bit of my drive, you know.
I can't understand what you mean. Not that I've done it, but I used to work with a lad who turned professional. And then he was only small. What's his name? He's from Sheffield. And yeah, never mind. But anyway, he comes to work one day and we're all eating whatever we brought. Somebody brought takeaway, somebody had brought something from the shop, who's from home, eating sandwiches, whatever, what have you. Somebody's eating curry. He pulled out a jar of beetroot and a black bread, rye black bread, and that he's just sit there and he's eating beetroot with rye bread. That's it. I'm like, you all right, mate? He's like, oh, fuck, mate.
Yeah. Well, I was the same. Even when I was at school, didn't I used to train. I used to go on. They used to let me use the gym at school to use a treadmill, just keeping my weight down all the time.
You know, before you got into boxing at 11, though, were that like to channel some kind of energy? Were you like getting in trouble on streets? Or what kind of kid was you growing up?
I was a pretty good kid. My mum and dad might say something different, but I wouldn't say I was in trouble all the time, but I was a good footballer. I was really good at football. I was at Middlesbrough Football Academy. So when I was 9,
that's
14,
big, isn't it?
14-year-old, I think I made a choice to box over staying at the academy. So hey, everything happens for a reason. But football was my number one sport, to tell you the truth. But as you get older, obviously knocking around for lads.
Well, 9-year-old, that's not older, mate.
Yeah, well, yeah.
As you get older.
I started boxing, but when I come to the choice to make in between that and football, I thought to myself, when you're that age, everyone wants to be tough when they grow up, when the kids want to learn how to fight and everything, and I think that's what, in the end, pushed me towards the boxing career.
What about, did you have siblings growing up?
No, I never. I've got 2 sisters. Yeah. I mean, but I'm 12 years older than them, so. You
had to look after them and up north east.
Yeah, north east as well. Yeah, so 2 sisters and a brother as well.
Yeah.
I've got a younger brother on my dad's side. Obviously, my mum and dad aren't together now, but obviously my dad's got a son as well called Alex.
Yeah.
Big family.
Yeah,
You got
big
4
family.
kids
Yeah, I've
of
got
your
4
own
kids
as well.
myself, yeah.
Soon to be a...
Soon to be a granddad. As my eldest son has told us, he's 18-year-old now. So
Did you
he's...
give him a clip or did you congratulate him?
No, well, he doesn't live with me. He lives with his mum over in Greece. Obviously, it's not between me and Holly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he sent us a message, sent us a picture first of a scan. With a message, so yeah, well, it was worse things in life, isn't it?
definitely.
I had him when I was 18, so
Yeah.
You should send him a text. You do know what they do for a living, son, do you?
Have you yeah. Oh God. So is it right? Are you same gym from when you grew up as a kid?
yeah. Well, I started off when I was a kid. Obviously, the gym I'm at now that didn't exist. We all trained over at Spennymoor Boxing Club, which is a big amateur boxing club up the North East. Then my coach, who's still coaching now, actually opened a gym up called South Durham ABC, so amateur boxing club down at Fishburn, which is only 3 miles from where I live, so we all moved there. It's had about 5 or 6 national champions out of it.
So it's a good level. Then,
Oh, it's a very good level gym. So yeah, that's where I swear I still train to this day.
Yeah.
I don't believe in gym up and no travel around. You
Yeah.
know, I'm suited
Do
down
you travel
there.
around for sparring then?
I travel around for sparring.
Yeah.
I'm all about coming down here. Johnny Graham's what he's going to sort out. Some
Yeah, this
sparring
place is going to be open up in a few weeks.
Yeah, so yeah, I like to get
3,
him up.
4 week, I think, roughly, isn't it?
Yeah, I try to study you on fighting, you know. So if I'm fighting someone short, I'll try to get someone short sparring. If a southpaw, I'll try to get southpaws. If they're tall, I'll try to get.
Do you try and you know, with bare knuckle game being relatively new in that respect? Do you try and get somebody else who's in bare knuckle and use MMA gloves, or do you just go straight boxing? Or
I do
and
do
mix
boxing
it?
gloves. Obviously, it's if I've got a date, I don't want to really use MMA gloves because obviously when you get to my size, my weight, obviously two of us punching each other.
hard, yeah.
We might scar cut.
Yeah.
Very easy, you know what I mean? I even sometimes put I try not to put a head guard on, but sometimes I do because clash your heads.
Yeah,
There's another
yeah.
thing and split us open. And obviously I've got a few scars, but I don't want to reopen up again.
Yeah.
On me,
Do
above
you have
my
to
eyes.
adjust then for if it's a big glove? Do you have to adjust for distance then? We've been bare knuckle like.
No,
Or is it just like a natural thing? Or didn't you
I
really
don't.
think about
I
it
just
too
think
much?
I've done it for that long that it's just a natural thing, you know. I've never really thought about it. I just think I've done it for that long. It just comes second nature to us now.
So, were your bare knuckle career then now? So you've had 4 fights in BKFC.
Yeah,
From obviously that's been over in the last 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
What were you like? Were you active before that? 'Cause
No,
obviously,
I
you know
haven't.
your amateur career. You started at 11ish, then obviously that.
I had my last one. I think I was 26. So I'd had
Did
a
you?
lot of
So
time.
what did you
out.
do between like 26 and early 30s then? Did you?
Trained kids,
Well, we
trained the younger generation down at the gym, but I didn't. I almost didn't know what to do with myself. I was going to start doing white collar, but then it would be trouble trying to get me matched up white collar with us having such a high amateur background. So I thought, obviously, I was a BKFC had come on the scene. I had to send Andrew Baywell some footage of us doing some training, doing some sparring, some pad work and that. So obviously he knew that I would be able to handle it at that level. And I went from there. I was
rest is history, yeah.
Rest is history, yeah. Just up in plays I found something what suited us, you know.
Yeah, and that suits you down to the ground, really.
Yeah, it
Yours,
does,
'cause you
yeah.
can box and you can dig in as well.
Yeah,
You
and
seem to have, from what I've seen, is a perfect style.
Yeah.
You can work on back foot, you can be aggressive, you're
I
heavy-handed.
was going to say that.
You're
You
fast
stole-
as
you
well.
stole my-
Not many people, I think you're really quick as well.
Yeah, I've got very quick hands on my side. I'm quite good on my feet, which is a change, you know. When you get to, sometimes we get to my weight, you get kind of plodders who pull on, but I think it helps if you can get on your toes and in and out. Obviously, with the BKFC being quite a big ring as well,
I
you
think
have to be good on your feet.
I think you in that perfect weight class where, so you're already really powerful, isn't it?
Yeah,
And then, like, if you're good, you can still be fast.
yeah,
Like really fast, you know. Some of them like you're like a middleweight, easy.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
So it's like, do you know when you watch that, it's like something special, because with heavyweights, as much as I respect the sport and heavyweights, don't get me wrong, they're all massive, you know what I mean. But they're not always fast, and by the third round, a lot of times they don't have much left in the tank.
yeah,
But with the cruiserweight or light heavyweight, it's different.
yeah.
A
We're
lot
like
of
in
you can
between,
last
aren't
5
we?
rounds,
Yeah.
and a lot of you are fast.
No,
And,
you're
you know,
right, yeah.
so
Yeah.
when you watch it, it's different.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I think that's what will help with that tournament. I think they'll have a shock about the heavyweights will get a shock about the
big
cruiserweights
time.
about how fast they are. And obviously being able to tell you, if they can't do 3 rounds of plodding around, you know what I mean? You get on your toes and make them come for you for 3 rounds, they're going to be absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So heavyweights,
Yeah.
watch out.
Watch out.
That's why I said you're in the sweet spot in this 25 million challenge.
Yeah, you are.
That's what I thought straight away.
Yeah.
Even Aggie Faulkner, you know, obviously he'd be coming down from heavyweight, but he's a smallish guy, isn't he?
He
still
He's
has
a small guy, but you know what I mean, for a heavyweight.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect for him. He's quick, he's fast, you know, he's
Yeah. It'd be good for
dynamic.
I think so, absolutely.
That tournament,
Yeah, it'd be good. It's going to build a lot of social media.
there's going to be a lot of guys trying to get into that as well. isn't there?
Even if you finish a top 5, you're still like doing all right financially, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
yeah.
like I'm sorted.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it makes massive sense, doesn't it? And obviously the build-up it's going to get, the worldwide,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's going to be massive. So,
They're going to take it abroad as well, do you reckon? You think they would? Oh, no, didn't he say it finishes in Dubai?
I think he
Yeah,
did
it does,
actually. Yeah.
Starts in America, finishes in
I
something
think
like that.
every show have probably a couple of fights from the tournament on them. Then I think obviously it's going to take that long. Obviously with people being injured or getting cut up, and that, it's going to take obviously time for everyone to being able to back to the right way. You know what I
It's going to
mean?
be really interesting.
Do you think this actually makes sense now to me? I just thought of that. Do you think that's where this prize money comes from as well? Because you know, in Dubai, like in Saudis, it's the fight sport is so popular and so big now. Do you think they may be getting a bit of a backing as well?
Not
from
yet,
that?
but they'll end up buying the place. They'll end up
Yeah.
buying beat.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I
surprise
think
me.
there'll be some massive sponsorship deals going on with that tournament. Like I think that's where most of the prize money will come from. And obviously, it's going to be worldwide advertising.
You would think finals will be over there, wouldn't you?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or
I
Las
would like to
Vegas
see
or
that.
something. Las Vegas would be
You-
good.
What would be a dream then if you could?
Yeah, well, obviously, I'd love to fight in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But anywhere in America, you know, I just want to get on the
Madison
Rome
Madison
is
Square
going to be good
Garden.
as well. Yeah, Madison Square Garden. Rome as well, you know, land of the
Well, I was thinking that
gladiators.
earlier when we were talking. I feel that it looks like they're going to make the Kamosian Sakara
fight.
If they make that, it'd be obviously you want that fight anyway. But how it's looking, you're probably not going to get it.
Yeah.
But if you were to fight somebody else and fight winner, if they packaged it in a way like that, so you'd be on a big card.
Yeah,
with
well-
kind of a bit of maybe not so much a promise, but
Yeah.
a word to say you're going to fight winner.
Well-
It's happy days for everybody, isn't it?
There's an American who was called us out after for Stephen Townsend.
Right.
He wants to fight us. And I'm ranked number 3 and he's ranked number 4 in the BKFC in the world. So I'm thinking of me and him. He wants to fight me. Obviously, I'll fight him. Thinking of me and him have a world title kind of eliminator.
Yeah.
Would be good. I don't see why not. You know, that's the thing. I just believe if I fight somebody who's had a couple of fights, is that going to be enough? Beat him? Is that going to be enough to push me into that? I think I need someone in the top 5. You know, to
give you that bit of an
get
edge.
it. And
Yeah.
I've got no excuse. I love about giving me the title shot.
So
but
you're
if-
going after him basically now, or trying?
Or
Try and
somebody high up.
someone in the top
yeah.
5 will do, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's a fight I need, you know. I think I boxed just about everybody in the UK in the top cruiserweights in the UK have been.
Well, I'm not sure. Is any that stand out in UK that would possibly? The nobody that springs to mind, really.
Not really. I mean, I think that of the top 5 UK fighters in the UK, I've fought them. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense to make rematches, does it? I don't think it'll be BKFC. Obviously, we're not going to be in this spot forever. We want to move on. We want to progress. We want to get progress as fast as we can.
So if you for a European title next and world title after that, it'd be.
Well, that's what naturally you think that's how it would go. That's how it goes in every other
in my
combat
mind,
sport.
that's how it should go, because if you're already holding a British title,
Yeah.
and you're 4-0, which most of the champions are 4-5-0, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
5-1, whatever. This is the similar. Everyone holds a similar record of how many fights.
I
fights
just believe that they should be fighting. The champion should be fighting somebody in that top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
Yeah, it's like
100%.
it doesn't happen in any other combat sport where the lads don't fight for the best. You
Yeah.
know, even if it doesn't make as much sense as in like your social media is not as big as what they want, or you're not selling. It's still They've trained hard. They got in that position for a reason.
You've knocked them all over, haven't you? You've done what you can do.
Yeah, exactly. So
and on top of that, there's not like a suitable opponent really over here, is there? So
No.
it's like,
So you got to go to America.
Yeah.
You got to go to America. Simple as that.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Or European.
Rome.
European, yeah. But like they say, if you've a lot of these Roman cruiserweights over in Italy, you haven't had more than 1 or 2 fights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it should be an American over in Rome, shouldn't it?
It should be American. Would so for Stephen Townsend would be perfect. He's just had a fight in Hollywood.
Yeah.
On where we went over Miami. Yeah. He won that, so that would make massive sense to me. He's obviously in camp and ready to go.
And he called you out after?
He called me out after. He told me, he said, I'm not bothered about fighting, I want to fight for the best. And he says, I believe you're the best in the world. So
he gave you respect. So
yeah, he was a great lad. I talked to him after. We had a bit of a face-off. I was having a bit of crowd with him after, he wants to fight me, and I'm happily to oblige. So I don't see why not. It's number 3 against number 4.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't that be a world title eliminator?
Yeah, that's the fight to make. If you're listening, Dave.
Yeah, definitely. Get that fight sorted over the line.
So, Karl, on from there, what's your day-to-day like now? Obviously, we spoke briefly last week.
Yeah. Are you in camp now?
I'm in camp now. I'm training twice a day. Obviously, I train on the morning, I do my weights, but I work full-time as well. I'm like a ganger on the side, so I've got there's a few of us in my gang who we look after, but I do everything.
So you're trying to juggle?
Yeah, well, I've got a big family, obviously got my family life as well, but obviously
4 kids as well?
Yeah. My wife's happy when I'm in camp.
Busy lad.
Yeah, she likes it when I'm in camp, so I can, she knows where I'm at all.
Early on, yeah. Early on in camp, but I bet you get a bit ratty towards the end, don't you?
Yeah,
weight cut.
I mean, I'm not too bad. I've got a good dietitian who helps us with the weight, so I don't technically feel as though it's dragging us down.
What would you usually walk around at?
I normally walk around about 103, 104 kilo, so I've got about 10, 11 k.
200 what?
So I fight at 205, so I'm talking like 9 or 10 k to lose when it comes into my camp. But
so that's 220. So you're walking with 225, 220?
Yeah,
that's fair to say.
You prefer to do, some just drop it at end, don't they?
No, I drop mine.
You prefer to do it gradually?
Yeah, I do gradually. I just don't want to be... You leave yourself with too much to do, and it ends up taking it out on your body. Yeah. You know, I don't want any excuses of being... It's been bad enough being injured for every fight, never mind being weak or, you know...
But, speaking with all the fighters now, I spoke with a lot of fighters, and it seems to be there is no common ground. Some fighters, they just seem to drop weight whenever they want. They just drop 20 pounds within a day like that.
Yeah, well, I was surprised.
Another fighter will really struggle.
Yeah, when I was in America and I was speaking to some of the lads, and they were dropping a lot of weight within like a day. I just couldn't make any sense of it. But, I suppose you can only go, your body will only let you go down to a certain way, then it's going to be a final push. Is that what you're doing? But I don't do that. I'm always on weight. I've never been over on the scales. I've always within weight with a couple of days out. It's
the percentage wise as well, isn't it? If you're walking around with 220 and you need to go down to 205, so you need to lose 20 pounds. It's a lot, but you're big, so it's like, what's that, 10% of your body weight?
Yeah, but when it's the lower weight.
Can you imagine 155?
I've got it I'm not being funny, I've got it to lose, you know what I mean? I don't think I've got it to lose. It just comes off my stomach, you know what I mean? I'm naturally a big lad, but that would, I don't feel like it doesn't even take it out. As I drop weight, I've become better in the gym.
Feel fast and
lighter
sharp.
On your feet. Obviously, I'm not carrying that.
It's a mental thing as well, isn't it? As you're cutting weight and you get more dialed in, don't you?
Yeah, I feel good weight. I know as I'm dropping weight, then my fitness is going up as well because, Stamina's going up and everything.
What are you like at home with kids are eating whatever they want now? And
I'm not too bad, to tell you the truth. I mean, the crisps and all that rubbish. It's
not what we're hearing here.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's... But I'm not too bad to tell you the truth. I'm used to it. I've done it all my life. It's not like, I accept I've got to do it. You know what I mean?
It's not game.
I've already got it in my head that I'm going to have to do it. So it's no shock to the system.
Yeah,
I prepare myself for it.
Yeah.
So it's just one of them things. That's what happened.
Another question I've got for you is, what would you improve? At BKFC UK specifically. Obviously, you're kind of under this umbrella. Was there a few things that you'd probably tweak? Like, for me, there should be more shows.
To me, it should be more advertisement.
You've got 150 fighters, whatever, and you're doing what? 4 shows
Yeah.
a year. It's not quite
just
enough
think-
to keep everybody active enough.
Yeah.
That's
This is
what
a
I
fourth
feel.
show,
Yeah.
isn't it? This
Yeah.
is fourth show now.
I'm not sure what you.
Well, I think we need to get them belts released, them British belts. I mean, there's loads of weights what haven't got no belts yet.
Yeah.
Is there? There's the heavyweights have got no British belt. When you go down to middleweight hasn't got no belt. Light heavy has. But even some of the lower weights, I know Conatini's obviously got his belt at British, but I think any weights around his weight between the welts haven't got. So I think we need to get them belts done. And I think more shows, I think every British title belt should be a headliner of the show. So I think that's more excuse to bring more belts into the game and get the
More belts, more shows. Yeah.
The lads are like, I almost feel for the lads, you know what I mean? Some of these lads who are training obviously all the time just want to get that British title belt and they're not releasing the belts.
Yeah.
We're kind of fighting for almost like, we're not fighting for nothing, but it's something to look forward to, isn't it? Obviously getting that belt.
You need that as a fighter. You need that continuity, don't you? Like
Yeah.
you said,
Goal.
you need that date. You need to be active.
And they've had 5 or 6 fights and they're thinking, well, I might only have a couple of fights. I'm not getting any younger. And they're just waiting for that belt to get out. So I'd think, we need to get these belts sorted out.
It's definitely growing over this country. For sure. Every show feels a little bit bigger, a little bit better.
Yeah.
Cards are getting a little
I
bit.
still think it's a bit too slow the way it's going on, but I wish to go a bit quicker.
I think the arenas as well. I think obviously the Manchester cards, is it the ME? What was the MEN or something like that? Is that what it is?
It's a big arena.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the arenas it should be in.
Yeah.
I think like Newcastle, where we booked, I thought the
At Walker Dome.
Telly West, Telly West.
Oh, well,
Walker Dome, I think that's getting a bit on the small side now for BKFC.
And he's seen
grown.
Birmingham, that was good size.
Yeah, good size.
I think that might be even too big because that's they can seat how many thousand? 12,000 or something.
I don't think it'd be bad. Maybe have a couple of the football stadiums. I know when the boxing it's on a football stadium, we only have like one stand open.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
And it's all blocked off, like stuff like that. That attracts people as well, say if it had the Etihad or something like that, I think that'd be a good way to go.
What were you going to say with advertisement, Rich? You think it needs more advertising? Leading into fights could do a bit more spotlight, newspapers.
Unless, my problem with that is, unless you're a fan already, you have no idea it's happening. And you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
If you ask people, I heard something, and you're like, well, there is massive event in your city, and you have no idea.
I think also
it should be
on
very
billboards.
Simple, should be
Billboards.
billboards.
I think also as well when you're asking lads to sell tickets and they're not sure whether they're fighting yet or they don't know who they're fighting,
Yeah.
Poland's not thinking, they haven't signed no contracts and it's coming in like 6 weeks out. How are the lads meant to prepare to sell these tickets to make their wage?
Oh, and you're right. The ticket should be released, at least
we should be told,
8 weeks before?
10 weeks, probably.
10 weeks.
But I mean, so you're not telling people that I'm fighting. If you don't know you're fighting, you don't want to tell people you're fighting, do you? Because they don't want to buy tickets for something where you're not going to be fighting on.
Yeah.
So it's got to be like, I think it needs to be almost prepared, signed off.
So it just needs tweaking on, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not big problems, is it? I just think maybe the fights need to be made a bit earlier than
And
give the lads a
obviously
chance.
get lads like you over to America.
Yeah.
Well, I think that would really light a shine on British scene. So I think American fans would start following British scene as well. So the pay-per-views would be bigger. If the pay-per-views are bigger, so it's more money. So more money, more events. So simple as that, isn't
Then
it?
more eyeballs on it, so it just grows naturally, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because now, if you only the biggest die-hard fans from America, they'll watch
Exactly,
UK scene.
I mean, there's a massive fight on tonight, Sturgis, for BKFC. What's it, like a race track or something? Where it's that? I mean, that's going to be massive. Like something like that,
Yeah.
That stuff like that, that's going to be class.
Obviously, that's middle at night, isn't it? So it's like for UK fans.
Yeah,
watch it.
it's like, I can't remember, I don't know the time difference, but yeah, it'll be...
6 hours.
The
usually, 5 to
BKFC
6.
app's pretty good, though, isn't it? I must admit, it's a decent app, that BKFC app.
Yeah, it is.
It's maybe better than UFC app.
No, definitely
UFC
better
app
than
is
that.
frustrating.
Yeah, I think there's a few tweaks on the app that could be changed as well. A couple of times we've struggled to get a good picture, but I mean, I suppose when it's in America, you're not expecting much more, but yeah.
Right, Carl, I think that's about it, mate. I think that's pretty much a wrap. Have you got any sponsors or anybody you'd like to shout out?
Yeah, I'll obviously be sponsors, Seymour's, Construction Property Maintenance. I've got Apex, I've got Adam Vero, drainage, groundwork services, North East panelling, Premier Road Markets, and Spelly Sports. All them sponsors without them wouldn't be able to do what I do. You know, it's not cheap. It's dietary and everything, and all your funds, your gear, everything. So yeah,
it helps your training.
All right, like I said, we really appreciate you coming down. Thanks again to Johnny and to Joe for letting us use the facility, and everyone. Keep your eyes out for this money side of us. There's big things around corner, I'm sure.
Wish you all the best. Wish you
all the best. And
to have a shot at the world title.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's going to be
the
not
next
too long.
year, 12 months.
Yep.
If you all wouldn't mind liking and subscribing and all that bollocks and no bones fight talk, thank you very much.
Yep. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers. I appreciate that. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Cheers.
Out with it.
The No Bones Podcast.